to Cowboys Rewind. I'm Britt Johnson. The Dallas Cowboys head into Week 13 with a record of 7-4 as they tried to maintain their first place standing in the NFC East. This week, they had to do it without a very familiar face on the sideline, their head coach, Mike McCarthy, who learned Monday that he had tested positive for COVID-19.
And then I see, boom, on the phone, Mike McCarthy, COVID. I'm like,
you hate to see it, man.
And I was like, already coming off Terrence Steele. So Terrence Steele, we find out on Sunday, Cowboys right tackle has COVID, will not play against the Saints. And now the head coach, Mike McCarthy, is going to miss the game Thursday.
Philbin is out too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some people
What clarifies it as an outbreak? Because I know earlier in the season it was like, if you got an outbreak, then your team got a forfeit, nobody gets paid, that type of situation.
If you don't have enough people to
suit up
to have a full roster.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure we put this straight on out there. They play Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
The NFL is going to get that money.
You're right about that.
We remember what they did to the Broncos last year.
That's right.
Okay.
Went out there with
a wide receiver playing quarterback.
It's going to have to be a very dire situation, probably on both sides, for them to decide, hey, we're not going to play. But we'll be out there.
You're going to be out there.
I mean, you two may be assistant DB coaches or something to help out.
I'll feel it.
They are throwing a team out there. They are playing.
I got nothing because I'll be tackling somebody when we run the ball.
Run the ball, Kelly. Danny, calm down.
Run that thing, bro.
Run that thing.
So, yes, the Cowboys are going to be minus the head coach and a couple of assistants, but I've also said this. I mean, we've seen right here, because the show is right here, the star. You've gone by and you've seen, Tom Landry back in the day kind of got by with 6 assistants. You can coach with a couple of guys here. Yeah. And most of all, as former players, speak to this. How much do you need your head coach on game day to execute?
You answer that.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer that, man. Defensive side of the ball. JG, he was more, as we know, he was more offensive guy. He was an offensive coordinator for all those years. He spends a lot of time in the quarterback room. I'll say, in my 7 years here, he rarely came to the defensive side of the ball as far as practice and far as meetings and as things go. And as the game progresses, as things are going on in the game, good or bad, you rarely saw JG. I mean, he came over to congratulate you off of a great play or something like that, but he wasn't in there, all right, we need to adjust this. We need to do that. They're running the ball this way. We need to stack them. That was more Rob Marinelli, Rob Ryan's job, those sorts. So to me, I rarely seen our head coach. And, I don't think you need them that much. Maybe to do a little pregame, maybe to get, the troops ready and everything like that and make major decisions as far as that's concerned. But defensively, we rarely saw the head coach.
I'm going to tell you straight up like this. We are lucky to have our coaching staff set up the way that we have it, where we have Dan Quinn is the defensive guy. The defensive players know that this is a defensive guy. Kellen Moore is the offensive guy. And then Mike McCarthy, from my eyes, is kind of like an overseer of the offense specifically. Like, hey, man, if Kellen might be getting out of line a little bit, not doing some stuff Mike McCarthy wanted him to do, then he might whisper in his ear. There are teams to where if you lose the head coach, then you're wondering how the team is going to perform.
The Dallas Cowboys do have a former NFL head coach and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, who was named interim head coach this week in Mike McCarthy's absence.
Cowboys Rewind is brought to you by AT&T and by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl. This segment is brought to you by Ashley Home Store, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Could the Cowboys have a complete offense for the first time this season? Well, let's take a look at what it would look like on hit sticks, of course.
We do have to preface by we are assuming that Amari Cooper is back in the fold. We already know that CeeDee Lamb is back in the fold. So either way, the Cowboys are getting some weapons back against a secondary that has some pretty stout players in the formation. You've got guys like Marshawn Lattimore out there. You've got Jenkins in the secondary as well. Isaiah, how did these added weapons open things up from an offensive standpoint?
This is everything for us this week, simply because of the fact that we've been missing CD, we've been missing Coop, and we're playing against a team that is known for stopping the run. So these guys want to load up the box. They feel as if they stop, you've already heard Cam Jordan come out and say if he feels like if they can stop Zeke, they can stop this whole team.
Heard it right.
So we have to be able to take advantage of these one-on-one matchups when they decide to go single high. And now, if our guys are back, we have the personnel to do it.
You're right. Y'all got the personnel to do it. And DCBC is back in effect. And look, this is what we're going to do for this Saints defense. Like you said, we're going to stack the box because Cam Jordan said it. We have got to stop Ezekiel Elliott before anything. And I feel like they have the confidence in their secondary to go out there and challenge these receivers one-on-one. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and press these boys up a little bit, get in their face, get in their kitchen. I want the work. I want all the smoke.
All the smoke.
And you see out there on the right side, they got La'el Collins at the right tackle position. I got a feeling, I'm not sure, could be wrong, but I got a feeling they're going to try to attack La'el Collins by sending DeMario Davis, by sending all these linebackers to try to heat up Prescott out there because they have confidence in those corners on the outside to press these receivers. Let's see if that confidence pays out.
Was it he got a feeling? All right, let's see here. I'm going to put my guy, little freaky Zeke, I'm going to put him on a little blocking just because I feel like he might try to light me up a little bit.
Let's see.
Yeah,
He's the best right tackle in the league right now.
Set him for a little extra help. Here we go. Bye out. Ooh.
Oh,
kill him,
good.
coach.
Okay. I give you that one.
Okay, shut him down. I see you, cool.
Good timing.
Now, this is exactly what we're looking for when we play against the Saints. We know they're going to load the box up, which means that we know we're going to get single high. If we get single high, then guess what? We know that we're going to get these one-on-one matchups on the outside. So when we look over here to Coop, okay, take you guys all the way out here, he has Lattimore, their best cornerback. He's also their most aggressive cornerback on an island. Coop has the respect of the entire NFL. Everybody knows that he has the go juice. Everybody knows that he can run right by anybody out there. So you have to respect him. But Lattimore is going to try him at the line of scrimmage. All right, so as we zoom in right here, the release.
The release was nice.
The release
is
is everything. So Lattimore is going to try to get his hands on him just like he did here at the line of scrimmage. Coop has to do a great job of getting a nice release. He takes the inside release. Now Lattimore is on his horse. He's like, oh, shoot, I can't let him over the top of me. But wait. He puts the brakes on him and goes ahead and breaks it to the sideline, hits him with the twinkle toes right there. Easy conversion. Move the chains. Lattimore, you don't stand a chance.
Before this week, we only got a chance to see what this Cowboys offense looked like healthy on Madden. But when we return, we finally get to see these boys in action.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley Home Store, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
The boys are back for the first time this season on the offensive side of the ball. The entire projected starting offense from the beginning of the season will finally suit up and hit the field together. The Saints, on the other hand, have a lot of starters on their offensive side of the ball out Thursday night, including running back Alvin Kamara and both of their starting tackles.
All right, let's get rocking. I thought one thing you guys have heard me say before is I love doing hard things with a group of people, and this was one of those moments, and we got great people to get the job done. So we wanted to make sure Mike and all the guys who missed, let them know we got their back. And so honestly, it was the only thing I was nervous about. Like, I didn't want to let him down, Mike, to make sure we could. He's done a great job of leading us to how it's going to go down, the play style that we want to go. But it was just a cool win. Total team win. He talked about playing complimentary ball, and so getting the ball out a few times tonight, man, that was big. And so to have a four interception night, that was huge. So this is a tough place to play, and this is a tough team. And so to have that kind of resiliency tonight, I thought it was a cool thing. This quarterback, he was a handful for a guy who can run it and throw it, and he's tough as they get. And so it was definitely 11-man football when he was running. I don't know how many carries he had, but it was certainly an all-day fight. We knew it was going to be coming down here, but I love the mindset of the guys. And Mike and all the coaches were there kind of just with us every step of the way in the preparation and meetings and all that. So it was just cool to have a good team win. So with that, I'll be glad to open up to you guys and let it rip.
What was the most difficult thing, besides the game itself, dealing with everything that had happened this week?
I'd say just Mike did a good job of just making sure everything, stayed level of how we do things and the approach that we go. We weren't going to make shit up and change things. It was more like, hey, man, let's make sure we do this in the style and the fashion that we needed to. But make no mistake, there was, we were not pleased with our last performance, and so we needed to come back and make sure we played like we were capable of, and it was just cool to see the guys fight in battle for it.
Did you guys get Mike on the phone after the year?
I haven't spoke to him yet, so he's supposed to be online, or if he's here. So, Mike, if you're listening, hello. But I don't. I have not spoke to him yet, so yeah, I'm looking forward to visiting with him.
Your first time on the sideline this season, just the energy and presence of being there. What was that like for you?
Well, it was fun, because it was that kind of emotional game. There was big plays. Certainly, our offense had a few, and it was exciting to see that. And defensively, obviously, getting the takeaways was good. So, I'm hopeful that I'll be. You guys won't see me again. I'll be back up on the top here, hopefully by the next game. And Mike will make all the progress that we need to have him back on the field, and a lot of the other guys too.
The Cowboys' first possession lasted less than a minute with not a single yard gained, but they were just getting the rust off. Before the second half is over, 41 yards from Cooper, 32 yards from CD, and a toe tap for a touchdown from Michael Gallup.
So, take us through the first few minutes of the game. Were you surprised you weren't out there a little bit earlier, or did you kind of know they might ease you back in?
Yeah, I knew. I had between 20 and 25 plays they told me before the game, so they just wanted to ease me back into things, knowing that I didn't practice for real, and knowing how COVID can affect the lungs and heart and stuff like that. They didn't really know my conditioning. I didn't really know my conditioning, so I think that was the plan.
How has these last 2 weeks been for you? Obviously, missing you're a player. You want to go out there and play, but has it been tough though? Just frustrating not being able to be there.
Yes, it was tough. Jordan played with the flu. That's how I looked at it. But it was just a restriction on not being able to play with what I had. So it was tough knowing that I could have physically gone out there and played, but just the restrictions that didn't allow me to do so.
What about your teammates? It feels like they've been extra supportive of you here and the decisions you've made and everything like that. It seems like your teammates really have rallied around you.
Yeah, they're my teammates. We have each other's backs through whatever situation arises.
How important was this win? You guys lost a couple in a row here. It's kind of, you get to December now, things start to heat up. How important was it to get out here in a hostile environment and get a win?
It was great. That's what we've been talking about since I've been back this short week that I've been back, just how important this win was for us, for our team, with it being January and being the most important football that we're going to play. So it was real big for us.
At one drive, we all scored the first drive. You had the big catch, big run and catch by CD, and then Gallup in the end zone. Is that kind of the epitome of what these three receivers you guys can do?
Yeah, that's us right there. That's us right there. And like you said, that was the first touchdown drive that we had. Without us three on the field at the same time, I don't know if you quite get that same type of sequence. You know what I'm saying? And we understand it. We know what we can do collectively, and we really take a lot of pride in that.
Awesome. Thanks, Amari.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of toe tap, we got some toe drag flag when we return. With 2 minutes left in the first half, it seems like Jaron Kearse took some notes from teammate Michael Gallup with some toe drag flag of his own, securing one of the best interceptions I have ever seen. His teammate DeMonte Casey also took a tip from Jaron and got his own pick.
It's always fun to get interceptions as a team. You had safeties, corners, D linemen all getting picks. That's a party that you guys like, huh?
Yeah, we knew we had to come in here and get about 4 turnovers, and that was our goal for today, and that's what we did.
You've played here obviously before, and you've even played against Taysom Hill and stuff like that. Did you knew what kind of challenge it would be with him?
Most definitely. I already knew what type of game they was going to run.
What makes him so tough? Obviously, he's more of a runner than a passer, but just is it that dual threat?
His athleticism, like people gotta go more props than what he is. Like the man can play any position he want to play, and he big and still fast with it. So
What did you see on the pick? Was it deflected?
Yeah, it was deflected. Just coming down, just trying to read the quarterback, and thank God I got the interception.
You know Dan Quinn as well as anybody on this team.
Yes,
for him
sir.
to come in here and his defense play like that, and also get a win. How did that feel for you?
It felt good, man. You know, everybody fight for everybody around here. You know, it's a brotherhood, so that's what we do.
What about Anthony Brown? Same thing. You guys were his biggest supporters. He came out.
Yes, sir. It is football. People don't understand. Them people getting paid just like we getting paid around here. So anybody make a play, mess up on a play, I tell them to shut up, man. You make a play, you mess up on a play, have surfboard shoulders and let it go. You got to balance the good and the bad about yourself.
How important was it to get this win, kind of stop that slide, get into December and January here?
Man, because this is getting close to that time. So December got to be our month, you know, and keep it rolling, stack one at a time.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy it.
The pick party continues when we return. The Cowboys are counting them up once again. 4 interceptions. J-Ron Curse, DeMonte KZ, Trayvon Diggs with his 9th pick of the season. And who knew Carlos Watkins gets a Cowboys 4th pick 6 for the season.
Always feels good to get the ball in your hands again, huh? Just take us through that interception there and kind of what you guys were able to do there in the second half.
I think it was in a cover 2, and I just synced up under the 7 route, and they always say you sync up under the 7, you get an interception. So synced up under the 7 route, got me an interception.
You felt like you got your hands on the ball a couple times.
Yeah.
You kind of feel like it's coming.
Yeah, it was coming. I felt it. I felt that it was coming like early in the game. Got my hands on a couple, so I felt like I got to get one. So it came. Just staying patient, and finally came.
And then, where's it? I mean, it's one thing for you to get some safeties. Yes. But when a big lineman's getting one.
Fire. That's amazing. He made a good play. He right there out on the edge, and he just did an amazing job. He looked like a DB out there.
He said you've got it figured out because you get the pick and then you run away so they don't tackle you. He said he got tackled. So where'd you learn that trick?
You'd be so tired. The first game, I think my first one, everybody jumping on your back. You're just like, we got to go back out here. Especially we get a pick 6, like, we got to go back out. So, just run away from them so they don't jump on your back.
What's the best part, getting the win or getting to show Aiden that you finally get another pick? He's probably been on you a little bit about when you're getting a pick.
I feel like getting a win. Getting a win.
It's close,
it's close, but getting a win. That's my little boy. I'm always show out for him regardless. So, but getting a win, mean a lot to me.
These numbers are getting up there. I mean, 9 is a lot of. I mean, I understand the wins is the big part, but I mean, just individually, if they have 9 interceptions in a year, can you even imagine that?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
It's feel good. It's a blessing. Just being able to go out there and compete and just make the plays I need to make just to help this team win. So, it feels good.
Awesome. Thanks, Trayvon.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
How are you doing?
Feeling great right now.
Okay, we got to go back. We're going to have to go through memory lane. How long's it been since you've been dancing in the end zone?
Man, it's been a minute. This is back like my junior year in college, junior year in college against App State.
Yeah.
I got one. It was like 15 yards.
Yeah. It's like this one.
Yeah, it felt good though.
What was the best part? Scoring the touchdown, just getting the pick, or getting it to stiff arm the quarterback in the face?
Ooh, man.
Or all 3?
All 3. I had to say all 3. It was definitely an early Christmas present, dog. This is every fat guy's dream, man. To get a pick and then make it to the end zone. Yeah, it's every guy's dream.
Yeah, and then you almost got a concussion with so many guys slapping you on the head afterwards.
Man.
How's that feeling when you come off everyone's so excited for you?
That's like the worst part, though, the celebration, because you can't breathe. Everybody's grabbing your head. Bash tackled me after the play. But now I see why Trey, he runs away from everybody. So I'm going to take that note, and next time I'm running away from everybody.
Were you just anticipate? I mean, you just saw, kind of snuffed it out and just had a feeling?
Nah, it was a weird play. They kind of got to the ball early. We kind of went set. Me and Chauncey had a game going, and I just happened to come around, and the ball came right to me. Early Christmas present.
How great was it to get this for Dan Quinn and knowing how he is and coaching you guys?
Man, I love DQ, man. It makes it even special because he's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no other coach like him. that really supports the players. But he'd be on you too. But he's a great guy, man. It makes it even better.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
All right,
Enjoy it.
All right.
They are also counting up another win as they improve their record to 8-4, final score 27-17. Now it's time that we go to this week's Caption That. Now, it's a little bit different this week. This is a victory weekend, so we're going to take something from the actual game this week. So this was actually posted on the Dallas Cowboys Instagram, and it says, drop names for this album cover. I had to take the best one because this one that I'm about to show you is definitely clutch. Picture this. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. 4 interceptions in this game. We are going to continue to roll into this next week, hopefully with another W. I'm Britt Johnson. This is Cowboys Rewind, and I'll see you guys next time.
Cowboys Rewind was brought to you by AT&T, SWBC Mortgage. Join the more than 120,000 customers that we've helped to find their happier way home. Visit swbcmortgage.com to find a pro today. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.